I want to start at the beginning with all of this. What motivated your family to want to start something like this?
No, that's a great question. Thanks for asking. It goes to we did just celebrate 50 years, but it goes back even further than that. When my dad was 19, he was playing at the University of Alabama, ended up being an All-American there. And but one summer, he went and worked at a summer camp, and he met a little boy from the streets of New Orleans whose mother was a prostitute. And this little boy was the banker and the timekeeper for his mother. And my dad just shared with this little boy, man, how he could change his life. And the boy came back the following summer and shared with him word for word what he had taught him summer before. And he had just realized, man, I've been given a gift, and that was better than any sack or touchdown that he had ever scored. And when he came down to the choice of going to play pro ball or starting this home for children, he went and met with a guy named Coach Bryant, which everybody down here in Alabama, that's a big name, around, now everybody recognizes Nick Saban with Alabama, but he was Nick Saban before Nick Saban was Nick Saban at Alabama. And he just said, Coach Brown, I want to take the money from pro football and I want to go start this home for kids. And Coach Brown said, don't play pro ball unless you're willing to marry it. And he said, tell me more about this ranch you're talking about. For an hour, he got to sit there and just share with him this dream, this vision of going and giving kids a chance, giving them a second chance at life. And walked out, never looked back. That coming fall, moved into a farmhouse with 5 boys. And man, it just started there. And just the way that, man, it's grown and the way the Lord's blessed it. We now have the boys ranch in Gadsden that we have 14 homes at. We have a girls ranch here in Springville that we have 11 homes at. We have a school that's got about 700 students in it. We got a college campus in Birmingham that's got 52 bedrooms. And it's just grown into this just opportunity to show kids a different way of life, to show them that where you came from doesn't define where it is that you're going or who it is that you're going to become. And that, man, just because you came from a certain set of circumstances. We're a Christian organization. We just believe that God said, I want to bestow upon you a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, the garment of praise instead of spirit of despair. So they shall be called oaks of righteousness. And that's where the name came from. Big Oak Ranch all those years ago. We've just got to see it play out now. Man, we got kids that are now granddaddies, that there's 2 generations down that they never experienced the same thing that their granddaddy did, that their mom did, that their dad did. And honestly, that's what we do. We give kids a chance to not only change their life, but change the lives of their lineage to come behind. So when we say, man, our kids are our heroes and our kids are the cycle breakers, but man, they're breaking generational curses that follow behind them. And in the world of things you could get to do, and it was fun getting to throw touchdown passes. Wasn't as much fun throwing interceptions, but it was fun getting to play this. But man, if we're talking about just man, legacies and how you want to live your life, man, I can't think of a better way than to serve a bunch of kids that deserve a chance. And honored that out of all people that God chose my family to get to do this. And man, we look forward to doing it for another 50. We've had a lot of growth over the past 10 years. We've been back now for 12 and been leading it as CEO now for 10 years. And we've now gotten into cattle, and we're raising anywhere from 250 to 300 head of cattle at this point in time. And we're not only just raising it, but man, we're actually eating it. So our kids are helping raise what it is that they're eating, and we're eating about 20,000 pounds of red meat every year that our kids are raising. So that's something that we want to continue to grow. We started what we call Ascend, which is our 18 to 22-year-old path of purpose that's basically taking our kids where they grew from the dependent habits that they learned in the home. Did you do your homework? Are you on time for school? What do you need for practice? Did you take your jersey? Just, hey, we got church. To now all of a sudden, man, you got to choose that for yourself. And that's a hard transition in today's world. And Kelly and my wife and I just saw that as a gap and really chased that gap. And man, just the way that we've seen it grow, we've seen a 400% increase in our children that once they start something out of high school, they finish it, which is kind of an uncommon thing in today's world. If you start something, you finish it. it's a novel idea, but man, it sure is hard to put into practice. And then we have really the vision and the future of Big Oak is, man, it's one thing, we're still building homes. I think we've built, gosh, 9 homes in the past 5 years, 6 years. So I mean, we're still growing from that. But at the end of the day, what that is, it's an addition game. Because every time we build a home, we open up a spot for 8 more kids. And so essentially we are building homes and raising children. The problem is every time we build a home, yes, we're offering 8 more kids a chance, but the hard problem is that 10 years ago, there was about 3.5 million children in our country that were orphaned, neglected, abused, abandoned in some shape or form that we could have helped. 10 years later, today, there's 7 million children that they fit that exact profile. And so, unfortunately, that number has doubled in 10 years, and we're playing an addition game. So 7 years ago, we just are coming up on 7 years ago. We just started the initiative. Instead of building houses and raising children, why don't we start building communities and raising leaders? And so, man, just the way that has really taken off, over the past 6+ years is it blows my mind. We've now either helped plant, start, or grow 104 children's homes in 34 different states. It's currently serving about 6,500 children that don't call Big Oak Ranch home. So when we talk about eating the elephant, we talk about making a massive difference. We're going to continue to build homes here at Big Oak Ranch because that's our calling. But man, we're going to continue to raise leaders that have the same conviction that we do. That man, kids that come from hard places deserve the same chance. And honestly, the path that God always wanted for them to have, and the family they always wanted for them to have. So we're going to raise those people up to go do it. And man, just that's what we're doing. That's what we're chasing. And we'll do anything this side of eternity to help as many kids as we can. There's no secret sauce here. I mean, we're a bunch of ordinary people that just chose to try to do as much as we could while we were here. And the way we do it's fairly unique. We recreate family in a really unique way, and home, whereas where we believe where family happens. And we operate under the idea and the belief system that, man, what a child repeatedly hears and repeatedly sees, they eventually repeat. And so we go try to live out a life that is worthy of repeating, so these children have a model to go follow. And we do this completely debt-free. We operate with no debt, and we also operate with no state or federal funding. We are 100% privately funded. So, if there is anybody that's listening that would want to learn more about what we do, we are able to grow our ministry and grow our footprint due to people that believe in what it is that we're doing and choose to hitch their wagon ours so we can go and make as big an impact as we can.